Okay.
Commissioner Wells and Starkey are also here. One of the two will show up. The
So
other
that's
person
three.
missing is Commissioner Mariano, who said will be here. I don't know where he's at.
So we might need Commissioner Wells and Starkey if Commissioner Mariano's not here. Okay.
Okay.
feedback online?
Yes.
Feedback is online?
Feedback is on.
Okay. All
So I
right.
guess we'll wait for them to.
Yeah.
He's not on, but Dr. Stoll will do the feedback report.
Yeah, Dr. Stoll, yeah. See, you got.
Are you guys having your meeting
Yeah.
virtual or are you in house?
We're back in council chambers. We're just spread out. Instead of being up on the dais, we have tables out front. We're spread out 6 feet
I think we're
apart.
gonna start talking about that in October. I mean, it worked for us because we had the election and moved back,
Yeah.
and one of our members is also like 75, and,
You gotta be
Ms.
careful,
Pennick,
yeah.
so it worked, we didn't wanna, it just worked out.
Chopper had COVID. Did you know that?
Say what?
Chopper had COVID.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Knocked him out for about a week and a half. Said it was.
Oh, just recent.
Yeah, probably about a month and a half ago. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, he
Yeah.
didn't, yeah.
He said it's not for sissies by any means. He had
Well,
a fever for several days, and
I've heard that, yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard.
but
so.
some people, I've known other people have gotten it and just lost their smell in the morning for a day or two. It's just
Yeah, I
affects
kinda
people
hear it
so
runs the
differently.
gamut, yeah. So the kids are doing it, are your kids, oh, no, you kept them home, right?
Kept him home right now, yeah.
Till January?
Yes, but we're wanting to get him back in.
Yeah, it's tough, the whole thing.
I have no volume.
So Commissioner Oak is here, but Commissioner Wells
I
will
was
be
talking
here
about-
momentarily.
So we can't start till he gets here, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning. You got Ada. Well, thank you. You too.
What's K through 8 first?
So, okay.
That's the
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about it, because the last time he must have gotten that after we,
He's fine now. He feels 100%
yeah, I
back
was
to
gonna
normal.
say, but he didn't, we were communicating by, I had not heard that, so, I'm glad he's okay.
And then as far as like we're doing what they're doing here, just social distancing the seats in council chambers so public can still come or they can speak online if they want.
So how do you monitor then the ones that want to come in the chamber?
Just first come, first served. We have seats reserved, like
Like here?
they
you
have
do.
them zip tied here. We have them taped in our council chambers and just spread out, every three,
Oh, okay.
every other row pretty much. And just whoever gets there first.
Are you still having staff work from home? Or
No,
not?
they're all back.
They're all back. We still have, I'm not sure why, say they have medical issues.
Yeah, if there's underlying conditions, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got to, right, then your hands are kind of tied, right, in terms of, but, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And we have a lot of, where we are, there's a lot of folks that do walk-in payments and
Yeah.
a lot of walks, so.
Fortunately, we have a drive-through payment for utility bills and whatnot, and that works a lot.
Oh, okay, that's,
But if you come in City Hall, you get your temperature taken, you have to sanitize and, state while you're there, where you're going, and
Yeah,
people are still
yeah.
coming in,
yeah, I know we're still doing that. We're
especially
just-
permits and whatnot, they.
Well, of course, too, I don't know about Christmas, right? That's the big thing now. We're trying to figure out, we canceled our parade, the Magic Night Parade.
Yeah,
and
it's
all that stuff, so I don't,
Yes.
it's getting old, huh?
And what's the road where they have all the houses decorated, what's the name?
Church Street, and we're trying to, they're having a conversation, do they do a drive-by, do they, so that was yesterday, we talked about that, but the parade for sure is, that parade usually gets a lot of people, so the one downtown, and we're probably still gonna do the Christmas stroll, because it's more of a
Yeah,
kind of walk.
Spread out, do your own
Yeah,
thing.
walk in, spread out, so we're just gonna have to wait and see, so.
good morning, Commissioner Mariano.
Good morning. How you doing?
Just gotta stay in our lane, right?
Stay in the lane.
Stay in your place. We have these at the courthouse over there too now.
Oh, do you?
Oh, do that, I haven't been, yeah, oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
They're staying like the one down, I don't know if you've been in, but we have one down for the receptionist, and it's got a wood grain trim, and it's stained the same color as the desk and all.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice,
It looks nice.
nice.
Yeah. Got it fancy.
Hey, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I know we don't have a quorum, but we got a few things we probably can do that don't require a vote. Can we get started? I've got some other.
Fine with me if you want. So we can start the meeting with, until we get to action items and just put it on hold, or?
Well, I mean, the roll call will show that we don't have a quorum, so that's the first one.
Wells will be here in a few minutes, so.
But we can still do the other items.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming, so.
And he should be here.
Okay. All right, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But normally you can still do, I would agree with, yeah, Commissioner Mariano.
Well, they just want to get the quorum in the record, so. I actually sent a message because Lance wasn't going to be virtual, so.
Perfect.
Oh, here we go. Yay.
I think Commissioner Starkey's going to be with us for just a little while to make the quorum, so. Thank you.
I have one. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I would. Thanks.
Good morning.
Morning. Where am I?
Wherever you want.
Right here.
We can sit side by side now.
Well, my things up there.
Huh?
No, there's no names up.
There's no name up there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting of the Pasco County Metropolitan Planning Organization to order. Let's start off, please, the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
O merciful Creator, your hand is open wide to satisfy the needs of every living creature. Make us thankful for your loving providence and grant that we, remembering the account that we must one day give, may be faithful stewards of your good gifts. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May we have the roll call, please?
Councilman Lance Smith. Mayor Scott Tremblay. Mayor Camille Hernandez.
Here.
Commissioner Ron Oakley.
Here.
Commissioner Mike Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Catherine Starkey.
Here.
Commissioner Mike Wells. Commissioner Jack Mariano.
Here.
And Chairman Jeff Starkey.
Here. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to call for public input. Madam Clerk, do we have anyone online that would like to address the board or in the lobby outside?
I do not have anybody signed up to speak or any emails.
And we do not have anyone in the lobby.
Okay, thank you very much. Move on to consent agenda, which includes approval of the meeting minutes for August 13, 2020. Entertain a motion.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a first and a second. Because it's a kind of hybrid virtual meeting, any voting will be done by roll call vote.
Mayor Camille Hernandez.
Aye.
Commissioner Ron Oakley.
Aye.
Commissioner Catherine Starkey.
Aye.
Commissioner Jack Mariano.
Aye.
Chairman Jeff Starkey.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you very much. If it's okay with the board, we're going to move items 9 and 10 up right now so we can, we'll start with the Citizens Advisory Committee. Is Marilyn with us? No? Okay.
No, it's Sandy Graves is here
Hi,
today.
Sandy.
Hi. There was no quorum reached due to the 5-person live presence rule, and many on the REC did not understand that or know the rule, but that's been clarified, and I'm happy to see you. You do understand it up here. So next month, we should have no problem. There was a staff report was provided, and it was noted that MPO Chair Jeff Starkey and Deputy Mayor of the City of Newport Richey have resigned from the MPO board. It was reported that the congestion management process was presented and approved to the MPO board. Report on the annual audit of the 2020-2025 TIP amendment, and 3 primary projects were discussed: State Road 52 to Aaron Cutoff, US 41, and improvements on Little Road. Congestion management to be researched on 5A high school bus and car backup problems, and a light pole was requested for Colony Road in Newport Richey. Public transportation, Kurt Scheibel reported on cutbacks in routes and a micro-transit, which was a new program I guess they're looking into, so we'll have more discussion on micro-transit. There was a discussion on returning CIC report to this board to the beginning of the meeting, and hence this is why I'm at the beginning of the meeting. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to make it. And the FDOT, Jensen Hackett, provided a description about MCOR project. That was it. It was a short meeting, but next month we should all get the 5-rule project, rule and be there in person as
Great.
you are in your cubicles. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just got a text message. Did you call Mike Moore for the consent agenda quote?
I don't think so.
I don't think I heard.
I did not.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm here, you still need to call on the people virtually for the votes, Madam
Yes,
Clerk.
sorry about that.
What's your vote?
I will call Commissioner Mike Moore for the
Yeah.
minutes. Thank you.
And also, I think Mr. Pitos, did I skip over the agenda review? Did you want to discuss that briefly? I'm sorry.
No problem, Mr. Chairman. I was also going to recommend moving items 9 and 10 forward so we can hear from BPAC, and then we can do a quick presentation on item 7 and move into item 8.
Perfect, thank you. Is Dr. Stovall with us for BPAC? Okay.
Go ahead and try now, Dr. Stovall.
Okay, looks like I'm unmuted, thank you. BPAC met on August 25th at the West Pasco Government Center, and we had a productive meeting and reviewed a couple of requests from citizens for sidewalks in their respective parts of the county. And our staff person explained to them how that process worked and how the request going to the list is how the list was prioritized. Later, the people will talk about the subject.
It's not coming through.
We did review the 11 priority list that was provided out, so that we were up on where you guys were on that. We looked at the sidewalk list and noticed that a number of the sidewalk on the sidewalk list specifically relate to school, safe routes to school for students because we know some of
I can't understand anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Stovall, I'm sorry, we seem to have a very, very poor connection and we can't hear you. Is there anything we can do about that, or should we just move on? Okay. I'm sorry, we can see you, but we can't even make out what you're saying, Dr. Stovall.
Maybe he can email his report in if it's
You
written.
can't hear what I'm saying?
Try again, go ahead.
Okay, is that better?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Not really? Okay, so, that's, the last thing I said was we reviewed the sidewalk, list and noted that a number of the sidewalks, relate to the students walking to school, so obviously that's important. We reviewed the separate, trail list and noted that, you know, we're still waiting because of the virus for a celebration for the Sparky Gap completion.
Okay.
And
Dr.
Mountain Gap District
Dr.
almost completed.
Dr. Stovall, I'm so sorry, you're in and out, it's just not working with the connection. Is there any way you might be able to email your report to
I certainly,
Manny, and then he can forward it on to us?
yes, or I think Tina's on the line, perhaps she.
Yeah, let Tina get the report.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry we just couldn't understand you with the connection, but I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to approval of MPO Executive Director's quarterly timesheets and expenses. Mr. Pitos?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 7 on the MPO agenda for today is the approval of the Executive Director's timesheets and expenses by the MPO Board. Staff is requesting approval of the procedure for review and quarterly documentation of the Executive Director's timesheets and expenses at regularly scheduled MPO Board meetings in accordance with FDOT standard protocols and the attached directive that was provided in your packet.
Any questions for Mr. Pitos? No, entertain a motion then?
Move to accept the quarterly timesheets and expenses.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Madam Clerk, if you would like to proceed with a roll call vote?
Mayor Camille Hernandez,
Aye.
Commissioner Ron Oakley,
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Moore, Commissioner Mike Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Catherine Starkey,
Aye.
Commissioner Jack Mariano,
Aye.
Chairman Jeff Starkey.
Aye. Motion passes. We'll move on to action item number 8, approval of fiscal year 2021 through 2025 TIP roll forward report. Staff requests the board approve the fiscal year 2021, 2025, or through 2025 TIP roll forward report. Did you have anything on this, Mr. Pitos?
I believe we have Mr. Jensen Hackett online from FDOT to provide a short presentation on this.
Thank you very much.
Hi, good morning, board members. This is Jensen Hackett with the Department of Transportation, and I'll just be going over quickly the annual roll forward amendment with you today. So at the end of the state fiscal year in June, the department runs a report that finds any projects that are within the DOT work program that were not committed in the previous fiscal year, in this case being state fiscal year 20. And then we roll these projects into the new state fiscal year 21. In order to make sure that these projects are continued in next year's TIP, beginning with the new federal fiscal year on October 1st, we ask for this amendment to include these projects within the new Pasco MPO TIP that will take effect on October 1st. This amendment does not affect any other projects that are within the current TIP, nor the Pasco MPO TIP that will become effective on October 1st. The 3 projects for this year's roll forward amendment are included in your packets. And for this amendment, I will obviously need a motion for approval and then a subsequent vote. And as always, I can answer any questions that you may have at this time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hackett. Any questions for Mr. Hackett? Seeing none, we'd entertain a motion.
So move.
Second?
We have a first and a second. Madam Clerk, roll call vote again, please.
Mayor Camille Hernandez,
Aye.
Commissioner Ron Oakley,
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Catherine Starkey,
Aye.
Commissioner Jack Mariano,
Aye.
Chairman Jeff Starkey.
Aye, motion passes. We'll next move on to thank you very much for your time, Mr. Hackett, and have a great day.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the Pasco County Public Transportation Report. Mr. Scheibel, is he with us?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Kurt Scheibel from the Pasco County Public Transportation Director. I just want to make sure that one thing that was said during the briefing earlier with the CAC, she said that we're doing cutbacks for routes, and I want to make sure you understand that we're not doing cutbacks for routes. We do have some budget issues, of course, because of the COVID stuff, and there were some cuts there, and we're adapting to it, but we're not making any route cuts at all. I do want to talk, though, about micro transit, because that's been a topic I think that's been near and dear to all your hearts. And the project that was briefed, I believe it was in March to you, about planning for a micro transit study to see if micro transit is actually feasible in Pasco County. I want to basically brief that we're in the process of, and you'll see it on the 21st, a comprehensive operational analysis. Inside that comprehensive operational analysis are specific tasks, or not specific tasks, but part of it is to determine what is the best transit mode, fixed route paratransit or micro transit, for all the different areas in Pasco County. And because honestly, I believe micro transit will be a perfect transit system or mode for the Bay City and St. Leo and San Antonio area. I think that's a great way to more of that area underneath the make transportation available for that group. So inside that COA is not just can we do it, it's actually can we do it, how do we implement it, how do we pay for it, and then a timeline to outline all that stuff, all those different steps. So then I can present it to you in BPI form as part of the budget process for next year. Actually, may not be next year, maybe the year after, to actually get that in place and make it happen. As opposed to just studying, can we make it happen? I actually have a plan in place, and I've had this plan working on the COA probably since this time last year, working on the funding to get that COA in place to make sure that we're hitting all those steps and moving forward. So that is where we're working on that. And is if microtransit is not even, and where is microtransit throughout the county? Is there other places? Because there may be an opportunity along the 41 corridor. There may be an opportunity in to hit Crystal Springs area to get them transit down in the southern part of our southeastern part of our county. And is it feasible in other areas too? We're looking at all those different areas for microtransit opportunities. How do we integrate that also with our fixed route system and our demand response system also? How do I make this whole thing a cohesive whole to serve the needs of the citizens of Pasco County? So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that is what is going on and how we're moving forward. And you should start seeing some of that processes happen over the next 3 to 6 months. I do also want to say that Shady Hills is still on track. The maps are done. Everything's ready to rock and roll. October 5th, we're setting everything up and having starting at that time. That's about where we're at right now. Any questions for me?
Commissioner Starkey.
Hey, Gert, you mentioned budget issues, but my understanding is we just are getting a COVID grant for you that's going to your department. So is that going to take care of your budget issues?
Best of all, our actual TIF allocation, because we're getting that, is being shrunk a little bit so that we're helping the county as a whole. So yes, we're going to spend the CARES money to, the CARES Act actually gave us a little more than $11 million. And I want to point out that FDOT also is giving us a portion of that funding. Appreciate that. But it's a balancing act, and my understanding is that we'll be getting a little bit less of the TIF money so other folks can use it.
Okay.
Thank you. Commissioner Mariano.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a breakdown if you could send that to us, to where those funds, what those funds are and where they're going to be distributed.
I'm unaware of those things. I would probably talk to Mr. Biles about that, or to the OMB. I honestly don't know what the actual breakout is on where the funds are being allocated.
Okay. Follow up. And look behind you, I'm seeing, I don't know if it's 7 or 8 buses that are out there. Are those going to be wrapped at some point?
Those are my 7 or 8 buses, and they already are. Some of them already are. I worked very close with our contractor, Blackjack. Some of them are already wrapped. I think one of them has the new hub that they've got. The new contract with the hub is on one of those, I believe, one of our 40-footers.
No, and thank you for your cooperation with them to try to, I know they did a good promotion a little bit ago, and your team was great getting the buses there and helping to promote a little bit more about getting more revenue for the county, so appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. We're moving forward.
Anything else for Mr. Shuck? Commissioner Oakley.
Yeah. Kurt, I want to thank you and your staff for all that you do. I've heard a lot of word of people out in the Shady Hills area looking forward to that route. So there's some excitement out there already on that, and it's out there in the public. I take it that that picture is from the new facility in East Pasco County.
Any more action items?
Your bus facility.
No, this picture here is from right out in the parking lot here at Galen Wilson.
Oh, really? Okay. So
just so you understand, though, some of those buses are now running the roads on the east side too. They weren't just solely for this side. I'm using them throughout the county where we needed to, because we had some older Eldorado Nationals that were basically had the end of their life, and we just needed to move on from them.
Yeah. Well, with everything happening in the county and all the growth we're experiencing, the buses have come online, and that, give you credit for leading us into the future with the new bus maintenance area and everything that we got going on that going to service our citizens here in Pasco. So look forward to all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One thing I need to come back to is, if you remember last time I was talking about how a citizen reached out to me about starting a service up on Shady Hills. And I want to thank Commissioner Mariano for sending me the phone number of that pastor. I did reach out to that pastor unfortunately on vacation that week, but the next week, and we did talk. He was unaware of any of that program that I was talking about for homeless. I have not given up. We're still looking out there, and he's also asking his parish, the people inside his church, if they've heard of anything. I've not given up, but unfortunately, it may not have got off the ground as the person had wanted to. So just wanted to get back to you, Commissioner Mariano. Thank you for that contact and appreciate that.
Well, thank you for following up, appreciate it.
Mr. Chabot, one question. Last meeting, we had discussed removing the shelter at the bus stop in Holiday in front of the Wawa there. What's the time frame
Yes.
on that?
After October 1st, because we're in our end of year stuff, I had my team evaluate what's going to be needed on that. We're going to have to get a contractor to help lift the shelter out. And we're just too close to the end of year stuff to be able to get everything in place to meet the fiscal stuff. So we're still looking for a person that can help us with that. And we are working on that. And that shelter is probably going to be moved over to on, I want to say Massachusetts. I guess someone decided they didn't like our shelter and ran it over. And so we're going to move it to there, and while we get new shelters. And just to piggyback on that, I'll be coming back to the MPO board to help select new shelter designs. The current shelter, the design that we have now is not sustainable. They're no longer make it, basically. We'd have to pay a lot of money for them to continue. So we're working on a presentation for you probably in the next 3 or 4 months that are going on there. And looking at all happen. So you should see stuff like that coming through.
We're on Massachusetts, Mr. Chabot, because we're having a similar issue at the corner of Massachusetts and Congress right now. So we would not want that shelter to go there.
Massachusetts and Congress, I'm sorry, you cut out with the Congress?
Yes, we would not want to put a shelter there. We're having similar issues with that location right now.
Okay, sir, I got it wrote down, and if the one that was tore out was there, we won't put it there. I think there's also another place we can put it to that's been, I don't know why people like to run over our shelters, but they do. And we will, we'll make sure we go there though, because I don't want to exacerbate a problem you're already having. I want to use it where people will use it.
Yeah, we're having serious issues with that intersection, but I know there's other bus stops further east on Massachusetts. I'm optimistic that you can find a location there. Anything
Yes, sir.
else? Thank you so much. Anything else from Mr. Scheibel? Nope. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
Thank you. Do we have anyone from FDOT that would like to address the board?
We have folks from DOT online if they want to chime in.
Yeah, you're good. Good morning, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, this is David Gwynn. Don't really have a whole lot of update to give you other than I did want to just make sure that you know we're currently taking a real hard look at our budget for this year. The revenue estimating conference that met and projected our revenues showed us having quite a significant shortfall this year. We have not yet finalized what we're going to do in terms of trying to mitigate that, and as soon as we do have specifics, we'll be sure to share it with you. But I did want you to know that we're looking real hard, but we will be communicating with you if we have to make changes. And I think there was only one large project in Pasco County this year, which has already been advertised, and that's the US 41 project, so that shouldn't be at risk. Other than that, we have a lot of good projects continuing. The roundabout up Trinity is just up. State Road 52 extension has been going really well. They've been making great progress. And so overall, other than our budget that we're working with right now, everything looks for us. I'd be glad to answer.
Any questions? Commissioner Mariano.
I just want to thank Secretary Gwynn for your help a couple of years ago when we had that issue at Beacon Woods Drive, Leisure Lane, DePolo, and the Walmart. The transportation improvements on Beacon Woods Drive is going fantastic. The contractor's moving real quick, and glad to see that you're going to be on board to have that light out for us starting October 1st. So thank you very much for all your great help.
All right, we're working on it. Thank you.
All right. Secretary Gwynn, thank you so much as well for your time. We hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Any other comments from any of the board members? Anything that anyone would like to bring up? No? Well, I think this might be the quickest MPO meeting in my tenure at least.
Probably. So for the next meeting, we have a scheduled meeting for the MPO meeting. but in coordination with Terry, we may have to cancel the meeting, but we will let you know far in advance.
Perfect. Commissioner Mariano?
Did we do public comment?
We did, there was no one signed up.
Okay, good, thanks.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank you
for providing meals when I couldn't go out.
for helping us help those in need during COVID-19.
Thank you
Thank you
for keeping us in business.
for keeping me working.
You're listening to the Pasco Podcast with Dan Miles.
Well, welcome. I'm Dan Biles, and I want to welcome you to our first episode of Pasco Podcast. In this series, we'll be discussing leadership and public service. Now, first, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the 540,000 residents of Pasco County, as represented by the Board of County Commissioners. It's through their trust and empowerment of our workforce and leadership team that we are able to bring you this podcast. We created this podcast to explore topics of interest to public servants and to help build leadership skills and leverage them for success.